Hello and welcome to our channel. You're about to take a journey inward, quiet, deep, elegant. In this space where thought meets stillness, we'll explore 15 secrets your mind already knows, the whispers beneath noise, the stirrings beneath routine. These are not about lofty promises or flashy tricks. They're simple truths, timeless, subtle, powerful. If you're ready to slow down, listen carefully, and refine your inner world, then let's begin. And if this resonates, remember to subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss what's next. Number 1. Silence sharpens clarity. We often chase noise, socially, digitally, or internally, but your mind already knows when you allow silence, your thoughts sharpen. A quiet room, a still hour, a blank page. These give your mind space to breathe, to sort, and to see what was hidden. We rarely realize how much noise has become normal. Constant pings, voices, updates. They clutter the inner landscape. When you let silence take over, your thoughts settle like dust after a storm. Suddenly, patterns appear, answers you've been searching for surface quietly. Great thinkers, artists, and inventors have always valued solitude, not as isolation, but as calibration. In silence, you recalibrate your inner compass. Start with 5 minutes a day. Sit with yourself. No phone, no music, just breath and awareness. Your mind doesn't need more input. It needs space to process the input it already has. 2. Discomfort is signpost, not stop sign. Whenever you feel tense, awkward, uncertain, your mind is nudging you. Turn that nudging into fuel and treat discomfort as a deterrent. Recognize it as a signal to step forward. Every major breakthrough in your life will start with discomfort, that uneasy conversation, the new skill you're embarrassed to fail at, the risk you keep postponing. That's where growth begins. When you learn to sit inside that friction, you expand your capacity. Your mind already knows this truth. Pain and progress are dance partners. You can't have one without the other. Reframe discomfort. Instead of "this feels bad," tell yourself "this is feedback." Every signal your body sends, fear, anxiety, hesitation, is simply information. Read it. Don't run from it. 3. Less choice equals more freedom. We imagine freedom means infinite options. But the truth is, too many options paralyze. We all need boundaries to be able to control our time and options. Minimalism isn't about owning less, it's about needing less. Your mind craves structure, but our culture worships endless choice. The paradox is that abundance often feels like confusion. When you define your limits, the food you eat, the clothes you wear, the routines you keep, you're actually reclaiming mental energy. Think about it. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit daily, not because of fashion, but because of focus. Every decision you eliminate becomes a deposit into your clarity account. Simplify your environment, and you simplify your emotions. 4. Your story is always rewriting itself. You're not stuck in the version of you from 5 years ago. Your mind knows that identity is fluid. The person you are today can be the person you'll admire tomorrow. Allow the rewrite. You are not a fixed story. You are a series of drafts, constantly evolving. Too often we speak about ourselves using past tense definitions. I'm not confident. I'm not good with people. But your mind already knows. You can update those lines anytime. Life is editable. The person you were was necessary to become who you are now, but they don't have to define your next chapter. You don't need permission to rewrite your narrative. Every morning is a blank page. What matters isn't who you were, it's who you're deciding to be next. 5. Attention is the currency of existence. Every moment you're alive, you're investing attention. Where you place your attention, you place your life. Choose wisely. Your focus is your life force. Everything that holds your attention grows stronger: thoughts, emotions, habits. When you give attention to fear, fear multiplies. When you give attention to gratitude, joy expands. The world is fighting for your eyes and your mind. Algorithms, headlines, notifications, all competing to own your attention. Your mind knows the cost. Guard your focus like a treasure chest. Every minute you reclaim from distraction is a minute invested in your evolution. Master attention and you master your experience. 6. Emotional currency runs deeper than facts. You might believe logic guides you, but your mind knows truth. Feelings carry weight. Honor them. They're not enemies of reason, they're its allies. Logic builds frameworks, but emotion moves worlds. Your decisions, no matter how rational they appear, are guided by feeling. That's not weakness, that's design. Emotion tells you what matters. When you suppress your emotional data, you disconnect from truth. Instead of labeling emotions as good or bad, label them as messages. Joy means alignment. Sadness means something needs attention. Anger means boundaries are being tested. The mind that learns to decode its emotions becomes both empathetic and powerful. Emotional fluency is real intelligence.
7. Consistency trumps cleverness. Brilliant ideas fade if you never act. The mind knows quiet, steady intent wins over sporadic brilliance. Build the habit, day in, day out. We live in a time that worships breakthroughs, not maintenance. But the quiet power of consistency outlives every spark of genius. You can be brilliant for a week, but what you build daily defines your future. Your mind understands momentum. It rewards patterns, not perfection. Start with small, repeatable actions. A single page a day builds a book. A single push-up a day builds strength. The secret isn't speed, it's staying in motion. Clever fades, consistent compounds. 8. The mirror reflects more than your face. When you look inward, what you see isn't just your reflection. It's your relation to yourself. Your mind knows self-regard matters. Treat yourself like someone worthy of respect. When you look at yourself, you see not just features, you see your perception of worth. Every glance is an affirmation or an attack. Your mind knows the truth. How you treat your reflection reveals your relationship with yourself. Speak to your reflection with kindness. It's not vanity, it's alignment. When you treat yourself well, you model to the world how you expect to be treated. Confidence doesn't come from appearance, it comes from acceptance. When you honor your reflection, life begins to mirror that same respect back to you. 9. Ask fewer questions, listen more. We're programmed to ask, why me? What next? When will? But the mind quietly knows the power of listening to your body, to the world, to the spaces between fear and ease. We've been trained to interrogate life, to demand answers. But sometimes the most powerful understanding comes not from asking, but from listening, especially to what is not being said. The silence between words, the pause before someone replies, the quiet feeling in your gut, that's wisdom territory. Your mind knows that life often whispers before it shouts. Be still enough to hear it. Listening is how intuition speaks. Learn to hear beyond sound, and you'll start to understand without needing to ask. 10. Your best teacher is your past self. You might yearn for mentors, guides, gurus, but your mind knows. Your past self carried lessons you've ignored. Review your choices, your mistakes, your pain. They taught you something. Every mistake, every heartbreak, every failure you've buried. That's your personal university. The lessons aren't gone, they're archived. Your mind knows where they're stored. Revisit them with maturity. Instead of regret, look for data. What did that version of you not yet understand? What would you tell them now? When you learn to talk to your past self with compassion, you unlock wisdom your future self will thank you for. The past isn't your enemy, it's your mentor wearing old clothes. 11. Gratitude doesn't arrive, it's constructed. You wait for big victories to feel thankful. But your mind knows gratitude is built in small increments. First breath, first light, first step. Construct it now. Gratitude is not a mood, it's a mental architecture. You can design it intentionally. The mind knows that appreciation multiplies what it touches. Try this. List 3 things daily, not grand things, but ordinary ones. A glass of clean water, a moment of laughter, sunlight through the curtain. You'll notice how life shifts. Not because life got better, but because you started to see better. Gratitude reprograms perception. The more you look for what's right, the less attention you feed into what's wrong. 12. Let your limits be your compass. You might fight your limits, but your mind knows. Limits show you where you must dig, refine, evolve. They're not prison walls, they're signposts pointing to growth. Limits aren't punishment, they're direction. Your mind uses them to guide you toward refinement. When something feels impossible, it's not rejection. It's an invitation to evolve. Every limit marks a boundary of your current skill, not your potential. Think of limits like weights at the gym, resistance that builds strength. The mind that learns to work with limits instead of resenting them becomes unstoppable. Limits show you where you end and where growth begins. 13. Imagination shapes reality quietly. You believe reality is fixed, but the truth is, what you imagine now whispers what you'll live tomorrow. Treat your vision like a seed. Plant it, water it, tend it. Everything that exists began as imagination. Cities, stories, systems, even your self-concept. Your mind doesn't differentiate vividly imagined experience from real one. It feels both. That's why visualization works. When you picture success, peace, or healing vividly enough, your subconscious begins to align behavior to match that vision. It's not magic, it's neuroplasticity. So, protect your inner images. Don't imagine what you fear. Imagine what you prefer. What you picture privately is what you'll live publicly. 14. The rhythm matters more than the pace. We sprint, we burn out. But a steady rhythm, a pace you sustain, wins. Life isn't about haste, it's about harmony. In a world obsessed with speed, rhythm is rebellion. Your mind thrives on patterns, not pressure. Fast burns out, rhythmic endures. Think of your heartbeat, steady, reliable. When you sync your life with rhythm, consistent work, consistent rest, you access flow. Productivity without burnout, joy without exhaustion. Find your tempo and respect it. What matters isn't how fast you go, but how long you can keep dancing without losing the music. 15. Presence is the ultimate luxury. Forget exotic holidays, flashy toys. Your mind knows the richest experience is being fully here, in your breath, in the touch of light, in the sound of wind. Presence is luxury. Presence is not about stillness. It's about immersion. Whatever you're doing, eating, walking, creating, do it fully. The mind loves completion. When you are present, life becomes vivid. Colors seem brighter, sounds sharper, time slower. This is the paradox. When you stop trying to hold on to moments, you finally experience them. That's the real luxury, being rich in awareness. No purchase can match that wealth. Since you're still watching, here's your bonus. Number 16. The pause before the next breath. The pause before your next breath is the universe's quiet masterpiece. In that tiny stillness, your body resets, your heart recalibrates, and your mind synchronizes with now. You can't rush it, you can only notice it. Practice that awareness, the micro moment between doing and being. That pause is where intuition hides, where answers rest, where peace waits patiently. Your mind already knows this. It's been waiting for you to listen. If this journey touched you, subscribe for more reflections like this. Elegant, intentional, and crafted to reawaken awareness. Share your favorite insight in the comments. And until next time, remember, your mind is not just a tool, it's a garden. Cultivate it with thought, and it will bloom with meaning.